Hey everybody, Cookies here. We're going to take a look at Hungering Destroyer. This is through a Holy Paladin perspective, but again, we're going to try to apply this to as many classes as possible. But I will be talking about a lot of Holy Paladin specific things, but just try to translate that over into, your class and spec specific utility and spells and stuff like that. So the first major thing about this fight is there's a debuff that goes out called Gluttonous Miasma on people. And we want to make sure that these players do not have Glimmer on them. This first Glimmer I apply actually is already on someone with Gluttonous Miasma, so I just want to see... How do they get Glimmer? Let's see. I'm actually really curious how that happened. Oh, I see what happened. I pressed the keybind on accident when my mouse was like right around here, and so it moused over it and hit the Druid, so we'll just ignore that one. But the whole idea is we want to be putting Glimmer on the players who don't have this debuff for the most part, and that's because if we put Glimmer on them, the Glimmer healing isn't going to do anything, so obviously that's not what we want to do. So really this fight is just a lot of AoE damage on the raid, so again we're just applying Glimmer to as many players as possible and just keeping things rolling, not using Infusion of Light procs, and just focusing on generating and spending, and we should be spending on Light of Dawn most of the time. You can see every time that I use Light of Dawn I turn to the left here and use it, and a mistake that you'll keep seeing throughout all these fights if you watch the other videos of me on my Holy Paladin is I keep forgetting to take Rule of Law because I'm used to doing M+, and I don't take Rule of Law and M+ a lot of the time. And so we don't have it in a majority of these fights, which causes a really big problem. Like I can't hit the blue side a lot of the time if I try to hit like orange and blue, so I'll hit orange and purple a lot of the time since they're close enough. And then other than this, we're just trying to save players. Like you can see Plu here is dying. We use a sack, but it's not enough. I should be using my trinket more. That's another mistake that's happening. I should be casting Judgment here. That's another mistake that's happening. And then we use it, and then here we are, if we have like full holy power when we go out to spread like that for expunge, then we're going to typically use Word of Glory on a player that's like the lowest HP to kind of help top them up for the big hit. And then yeah, outside of this, we're really just Crusader striking. When we get out here, this is a great time to use Light of Dawn, so we want to make sure, like, I guess for future, we want to make sure that we're at 5 Holy Power when we go out here. We're like just hitting 5 Holy Power, because then we can Light of Dawn, Holy Shock someone, Light of Dawn again, since we can't generate Holy Power off of Crusader Strike, so it's best to like kind of save up that Holy Power for the Consume cast. And then other than that, again, we're just rinse and repeating of just applying as many Glimmers as possible, and we're applying them to the players who do not get Gluttonous Miasma. And you can see here sometimes it's going to switch over to the players that you put Glimmer on, and that's, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, so. But besides that, that's really the whole, like, just the fight. Obviously, this covers, like, Heroic and Normal. This is just Normal, that's why there's no orbs or anything, but I figured that it's still, worth watching, kind of, the positioning and stuff like that. And I'm sorry I'm moving around so much in this video. It's just, this is the first raid I've done on my Paladin, and I'm just not familiar with the whole like melee healing thing. I'm not like fully comfortable with it yet, so I'm still learning a lot. Yeah, lots of AoE healing, and the main mechanic, if I didn't mention it already, is Desolate. That's like the major healing mechanic that we're watching for, is Desolate. And that happens, it'll always follow a pattern. It'll go Desolate, Expunge, Desolate, Expunge, Consume. And then it'll do it again. It'll do 2 of each and then a Consume. So 2 Desolate, so it goes, Desolate, Expunge, Desolate, Expunge, Consume. And then it repeats over and over and over until the fight's done. And here we go again. We didn't pull up to 5 Holy Power. It's just something that I thought like now in retrospect, but there we get a proc, so we get a double cast anyways. But that is definitely a good thing to do, is to store up to 5 Holy Power when you're leaving the group for Consume, and then you can Light of Dawn, Holy Shock somebody, and Light of Dawn again, so you get extra cast off during that Consume, because it's like a big downtime window for Holy Paladin that you can't really do anything in. And yeah, that's the whole fight, so hopefully this is helpful, and thank you guys for watching.